Hello and welcome back to Crypto Saving Expert, where we talk about the latest cryptocurrency news and take a look at the markets so that we all know exactly what is happening. My name is Jess and we do these live streams every single weekday. So if you are new here, please don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that bell notification button. Our views are increasing now. The markets are looking a little bit more exciting. So make sure to interact with the stream as much as possible to help us get on more pages on YouTube, spread the name of Crypto Saving Expert to more people and help us grow a really big community by engaging with the video. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification button. You know what? You all know what to do at this point. Let's check out what's going on in the price of Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin is above $35,000. That was a very nice thing to see this morning. $35,000 on $35,400, up over 2.5% within the last 24 hours and within the last week there. We are seeing a lot of green in the markets today, especially for those top 20 coins. In terms of biggest gainers, we've got Pancake up at 28%, Aave up 16%, Uniswap up 14%, and what's the word? Mana? What's it called? Decentraland, that's the one. I forgot what it was called for a second then. Up 13% there as well. Losers is up. Leo is down 2%. When you see stable coins in the biggest losers of the day, you know that it's not been about 24 hours because stable coins don't move. So let's take a look at what's going on with the price of Bitcoin anyway. In fact, let me pull all that off of my screen quickly. Here we go. Let's move all of that away. Let's go to the 1 hour chart of BTC USDT, and I'll share this with you again right now. So what we've got here is Bitcoin is up on the 1 hour chart. We've had a nice move to the upside. Once again, it is astonishing what this thing does when it starts to move. We can see here we had a level of resistance at $34,800 to, I would say there's a range here as well, to this point here. And you can see this has been used as a level of resistance a couple of times. And that is the $35,150 level. And on the 1 hour chart, we've actually had a confirmation bounce of that previous level of resistance. And that is exactly what we like to see here. A confirmation bounce of a previous level of resistance just gives us even more confidence in the markets. Yesterday, we did hear in the news that the Fed has made no change to interest rates. Fed has kept the interest rates the same there. If we take a look here, if we zoom right in here, it will be clearer. You can see we've kept them the same for a couple of months now, and that is beneficial for the markets because high interest rates are meaning that people have less liquid cash to spend, so they're moving away from the markets. High interest rates has always been a negative thing for the stock market and for the financial markets. Now, to see the Fed put a pause on increasing those interest rates is positive. To see a decline in interest rates would be even more positive, but that's not something we're expecting just yet. We were anticipating that we would see no change yesterday, but it is good to see. However, it may not be the last of the interest rate hikes. We do know that we have inflation up at 3.7% in the US right now, and we want to pull that down, and the Fed can use hiring interest rates as a tool to do so. So we do need to be prepared for that. Let's take a look at what's going on in the chat today. Hobbit says he wants Jordan to say hello to him. Jordan will be coming on the channel at some point in the near future. He used to join us on these live streams pretty frequently, but things have got pretty busy, and he's been doing all of his racing and all of that good stuff. But he will be on these live streams every now and then, so he will be on Monday. Make sure to stay tuned, and I'll make sure he says hello to you when he is. Let's take a look at what else is going on here. Hello, Joshua. Thank you very much for tuning in. What's going on here? Joshua says, wish my girl would even just talk to me about crypto, let alone know 100% more than you, than me. Thank you very much. What else have we got here? We've got someone watching from the Philippines. Oh, that is very cool. Looks like Solana is still on a tear. Let's take a look at Solana and see what's happening there. So go to cryptosavingexpert.com. In fact, if you just go to the markets tab, you can see all of the top cryptocurrencies here. Up 9.7% within the last 24 hours to $43.75 there on a massive move to the upside. As I keep saying, Solana does nothing but shock me. They have such a strong community. We have the fears around FTX, but it just doesn't seem fearful. It's been on a complete rally there. I'm not sure how many of you have seen. Jordan has been posting his trades about Solana trades in his in the Crypto Saving Expert Discord, I believe, or maybe on the Telegram, and he's been making some significant profits from those trades there. These altcoins moving is very nice to see. Not something we've seen in a very long time. Let's see what else is going on here in the chat. It's a very active chat today. I love when the chat is active. It makes streaming so much more easier. I was on Jordan's live stream yesterday and he had a few technical problems. So we made about 3 different videos and the last one had like 100 concurrent viewers. And he was like, I don't know how Jess does this with 10 concurrent viewers at once. And it's hard, but one day the channel will grow and we will have more viewers than ever. Let's take a look at what is going on in the crypto news though. Let's get down to business and see what's happening here. The first one we have is Microstrategy own. I've just done the calculations for this, right? Microstrategy have bought $167 million worth of Bitcoin in Q3 of this year and holds over $4 billion total. Now, this means they hold 158,400 in Bitcoin. Now Bitcoin, and we know that there's around 19 million Bitcoin in circulation right now. So if we do 158,400 divided by 19 million times 100, that means that MicroStrategy are holding 0.833% of the mined Bitcoin supply. Now that is a huge percentage there. We all know though the MicroStrategy are one of the biggest bullish corporations in the world. They've been buying Bitcoin through the highs. In fact, in some of these Crypto Slate articles, they sometimes put up, let's see if we can find chart to show when MicroStrategy buy Bitcoin, because if you look at the chart for when MicroStrategy buying Bitcoin, let's see if they've got it here. Let's zoom right out there. What have we got here to see? No chart on that website. Let's see if we can find a chart. TradingView may have one. Here we go. Here you go. You can see here, MicroStrategy have been purchasing throughout the bull market, throughout the bear market, and throughout the bull market again. They started purchasing way back here, and you can see the whole previous bull market, that huge rally in 2020, 2021, and then even throughout that pullback in May and June, they continued to purchase, and have continued to do so throughout this whole bearish period. Now, what is MicroStrategy's average buy-in price? It should be in this article here. The company have bought 158,000 Bitcoin over the last couple of years. We can see that average purchase price is $27,531. Bitcoin is currently trading at $35,000. We are seeing significant profits there for MicroStrategy. All of that bullish conversation and all of those conferences that Michael Saylor has gone to discuss Bitcoin has paid off. He's been trying to educate people about Bitcoin whilst also stacking sats himself. He used to be the executive chairman of MicroStrategy. I believe he's taken a bit of a back seat in the last couple of months. But what we are seeing here is they are bullish on Bitcoin. They're seeing those profits. They're reaping those rewards. And it's really nice to see a big corporation pushing forwards with Bitcoin in such a way and seeing such good rewards, because it might open other people's eyes to the potential of Bitcoin. So let's continue on to the next story here. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification button so you don't miss the latest cryptocurrency news. We've got stories here about Coinbase. So Coinbase is launching a crypto futures for retail investors. Coinbase has launched its crypto futures trading marketplace for retail investors in the US. Now, Coinbase Advanced grants retail traders in the US access to regulated cryptocurrency futures contracts. This update follows 4 months after Coinbase Financial Markets received approval to operate as a futures commission merchant entity. Now, we're seeing regulatory problems in the US, and Coinbase have actually been a target of the SEC and their strict regulation around the cryptocurrency space. So when Coinbase got these licenses to operate as a futures commission merchant, that was a massive win for US users, because what we're seeing right now is a load of different cryptocurrency exchanges having to move around the world globally to fit in with the different regulation. We're seeing companies moving out of the UK, like Bybit have just left the UK, and we're seeing companies move out of the US because the US are being really strict on whether these assets and these digital assets are securities or not, and whether these exchanges are offering unregistered securities and acting as an unregistered securities exchange. We've seen some of the US exchanges limit some of their services for US customers. We've changed so much in the last couple of months, and all of these centralized exchanges are just changing where their focus is around the world, moving out of some regions and moving into other regions. We're seeing this over and over and over again, and now we're seeing Coinbase come into the US and say, look, we've got an official license. We can offer these services to US customers. And that's really important because we want everybody to get access to trading cryptocurrency in whatever way they see fit. Let's take a look at the chat here quickly. Bruce is back. Hello, Bruce. Thank you very much for tuning in. As always, Joshua says, love the stuff on the website. I've been taking quizzes, trying to learn as much as you guys will teach me. Thank you very much for taking part in those courses. They take so much effort and work to put together, but they really will educate you all on what's going on in the cryptocurrency space, how to become a crypto saving expert. We've got so many courses on the website. Let's go to that quickly first of all. So if you go to cryptosavingexpert.com and you go to the courses section, some of these you require a Community Plus membership for, but some do not. So that Crypto 101 section, they're all free courses for you to learn. They've got quizzes at the end of each chapter to make sure you have learned it all. And then if you want to go into a little bit more depth, if you're thinking of going full-time crypto, if you're a developer and you want to learn about Solidity and how to build smart contracts and how to be a blockchain developer, we've got courses there for you. We've also got courses on how to build a hardware wallet from a Raspberry Pi, and that is in the, what section is that in? Create Your Own, that's the section that's in. We've also got courses on how Bitcoin wallets work, how they track your funds, how transactions occur on the blockchain in a more technical view. We've gone in depth in these courses, and it's really educational, really, really useful. I have enjoyed being a part of making some of those courses, so make sure to check them out if you have not already. Let's continue on with the news though and see what else is going on here. What we've got is 3 dormant Bitcoin whale addresses have woken up now. So they've not been active in 6 years and sent 6,500 Bitcoin on Wednesday. Now, when we see articles like this, there's a little bit of fear that comes amongst us because we think, well, why are these people that bought Bitcoin so early on and have held for so long looking to move their Bitcoin? Are they wanting to sell? Do they no longer believe in the product in the long term? Why do these people that we kind of put on a pedestal for getting into the space so early want to move their Bitcoin? What do they want to do with it? So the 3 dormant Bitcoin wallet addresses that were last active on the 5th of November 2017 sent their first transaction in 6 years on Wednesday. And we can see this all because the blockchain is transparent, a huge benefit of blockchains. And we're seeing here the source of Bitcoin originated from the earliest transfer in July 2011. Some Bitcoins came from the wallet addresses marked as F2 pool by BitInfo charts, which may be early miners. So dormant addresses that reactivate many years after the last transaction are a regular occurrence in the space. We can see a few causes as to why we see these changes. Terry Toucan says, you are my crypto wife. And he says, oh, I have missed you so much. We do these live streams every single day, so make sure to tune in every single day. They do change in time slightly, but we're trying to get into the mornings. I think that's when everybody prefers these live streams. Let's see what the 2 reasons are. 2 reasons as to why Bitcoin miners or Bitcoin whales that have been dormant for a long time choose to move their Bitcoin. First, it could be individuals regaining access to their wallets from when Bitcoin was considerably less valuable, hence the stories surrounding careless seed phrase and device storage. Or it could be long-term believers and miners of Bitcoin from the early years, which is what the above Bitcoin appears to be. So long-term believers, miners of Bitcoin from when it was first started, looking to reap some of the rewards of their hard work and their intuition, getting into the cryptocurrency space early. I think we all wish that we could have been cryptocurrency earlier, but we're all in here now, and that's the main thing. Bitcoin is at $35,000. That's the price that I don't think we'll see forever. I think we've got much higher prices to come. So I'm very excited about being in the space at this point in time. As we said in yesterday's stream, we started these live streams when Bitcoin was down at $16,000. Here at Crypto Saving Expert, we said now is the time to go full force into the cryptocurrency space and build a community, because this is the start of a different chapter. And it was at $16,000. We said that we could not have timed it more perfectly. We've done these live streams every single day since then. On the 7th of December last year, Bitcoin has been moving up, and we've been building a bigger and bigger community by the day. We we have not missed a day. Let's see what else is going on in the cryptocurrency news today, though. We have SafeMoon founders charged with fraud. So the US government has charged the founders of executives of SafeMoon. Now, in a press release on Wednesday, the US Attorney's Office of Eastern District of New York announced it to charge the founders and executives of SafeMoon. Now, what we're seeing here, if they ruled in federal court in Brooklyn, noted that the executives have been charged with alleged conspiracy to commit securities fraud, conspiracy to commit wire fraud, and money laundering. Now, SafeMoon attained an $8 billion market cap. This was a very popular coin, and the founders are not safe from the consequences after it gained traction and gains that market cap. The accused allegedly misappropriated millions of dollars of supposed locked liquidity for personal gain. Now, this is the kind of acts that we want to see regulators targeting. If they are raising huge amounts of funds and then saying tokens are locked, but then taking that liquidity for personal gain, they're the actors we want out of the space. What we don't want to see is the regulators just targeting everyone. We want them to be targeting the negative players. We did see FTX last year. No regulator stopped that. That is something the regulators should have been involved in. The point of regulation is to protect investors. Investors were not protected with FTX. If this allegation is true, investors were not protected with SafeMoon. However, they could have been protected. That sometimes, I believe, over-targeting the cryptocurrency space right now in retaliation to missing FTX. But let's continue on to the next article here and see what else is going on. What we've got here is WorldCoin announces its wallet has 1 million active users. So the WorldCoin wallet, World app, is reportedly the 6th most used software wallet. In a blog post on Wednesday, WorldCoin announced that its software wallet had accrued 1 million monthly active users. World app has now surpassed 4 million downloads, enough to rank it currently at the 6th most popular hot wallet in the world. Now, World app has created a lot of controversy within the last couple of months. At WorldCoin, what we are seeing here is some countries are even outright banning WorldCoin because of the scanning of their biometrics at an orb. We're seeing real life humans being scanning the retina of their eye. Some countries have outright banned this. Some countries we're seeing people queue up for days to get access to this. Absolutely crazy things what's happening with that project right now. The creators of WorldCoin were also involved, or one of them was also involved in the creation of OpenAI and ChatGPT. Let's take a look at the next article here, though, and see what else is going on. These are the coins with the biggest unlocks in November. So unlocks are when the team release more tokens into circulation. So when we see a pre-sale, for example, let's say you've got a project and you have a project that's going to have 10 million coins eventually. You don't want to put all 10 million coins out at once. You can do, but some projects prefer to do staggered releases. And this means that if you are in a pre-sale, you may have to take, for example, let's say you get allocated 1,000 tokens. You might get access to 300 tokens on day one and then get access to 50 tokens every other week for the next year until you get your full 1,000 tokens. That's how it works. It's just a slow release of tokens into circulation so that those pre-sale investors can't just dump 1,000 tokens into the markets on day one and cause a massive spike and dump on day one, which does typically happen anyway. And it means that we can see slow, gradual changes, and we're not just going to have that big pump and dump and left with nothing. We are still seeing the markets continue and some continued interest in the project. But when these releases occur, putting more tokens into circulation is artificially going to affect supply and demand. If the supply is increasing just up and up and up and demand is staying the same, the price of the token is going to decline there. And this is something we do see. So we are seeing with SUI, we are seeing 3.58% of the supply being released on the 3rd of November. We've got IMX, HFT, APT, APE, AVAX and OP. Now, this is the amount of tokens that are being released into circulation in this month. This is definitely something we should be aware of. This one is absolutely huge, 73.92%. Let's take a look at these in a little bit more detail here. This is a really useful article from Crypto Saving Expert. If you are looking to learn more about the cryptocurrency space, make sure to check out articles like this because this can really protect you from being subject to those losses there. Not everybody should trade these unlocks, but it is something to be aware of, and some people do choose to trade them. So what we've got here is regarding USD monthly value, APT will see the largest unlock with $170 million of coins released into circulation, and the release will also see the circulating supply increase by 10%. The smallest unlock within the group will be IMX with just 11 million coins released into circulation, $11 million we should say. Now, the most surprising figure on the table put together by Woo Blockchain is HFT, which will see a stunning 73.92% of the supply unlocked. Now, it currently trades at 26 cents, has a market cap of $57 million. In total, there are 175 million tokens within the circulating supply out of the 1 billion max supply. Therefore, most remaining coins will be unlocked throughout the month, diluting the supply immensely. That is definitely something to be aware of. If you are a HFT investor, that is a huge amount of tokens being pushed into circulation. And if you understand how supply and demand works, if supply is going to jump up massively and demand is staying the same, the value of the token is just going to be much lower. So let's see what else is going on here in the next piece of news. Bruce says, I'm excited, just tracking on my merch order. It's landed in Australia and should be here any day now. Can't wait. The merch store has ramped up within the last couple of days. I've just lost the next article. What we've got here is we've got some changes on the Crypto Saving Expert merch store here actually. This all looks a little bit new, doesn't it? So what we've got here is you can get free gift cards if you sign up to annual premium membership on Crypto Saving Expert. But if you do want to just get some merch, we have recently launched some new posters because these have been flying out like hotcakes. What we've got here is Bitcoin white paper, Bitcoin posters, and we've got some Ethereum posters here as well. People seem to be really enjoying those. One of my favorite things on the merch store is the Crypto Thermal mug. I've still not got my Bitcoin neon sign up behind me, but I will be doing so very, very soon. What else have we got here? The carved diffusers, love those. I get the scent Chad. And we've also got the Bitcoin wax melts, which I've got a couple right here. Bitcoin wax melts, they've got so much detailing on them. They actually look like a Bitcoin Bitcoin coin, we should say. What else have we got here on the website? These pens. So much on the Crypto Saving Expert merch store. What we'll do is I will drop the link to the Crypto Saving Expert merch store in the live chat today. If you want to check that out, then make sure to do so. Let's go back to Crypto Saving Expert and see what else is going on there. What we've got is main story that we've already talked about that one, haven't we? Cryptcoin, yes, we have. So let's take a look at the price of Bitcoin. Let's analyze the price of Bitcoin and then we'll close off today's stream. Make sure to stay tuned until the very end though, and like and subscribe and hit that bell notification button. Comment, join in the live chat, interact as much as possible. It helps put the video out to more people, and the more people that see us, the more our community can grow and we can all win together in the bull market that seems to be just around the corner. First of all, on the weekly chart here, we can see we have some major levels of support and resistance. I'm just going to highlight these quickly because we've spoke about these a lot within the last couple of days. I'm looking at the $31,570 level as a level of support and that $37,700 level as a level of resistance. We've used this level as resistance prior to this point as a level of support and resistance, so definitely something to be aware of. In fact, it even could be classed as a zone between 37.8 and 39.2. But what we've got here on the closer time frames is a confirmation bounce of a recent level of resistance. Now, this level of resistance wasn't too strong. We'd used it a couple of times in this time period. We've been up at $34,000 since the 24th of October, so just about a week. And we had used this level at $34,850 and $35,150 as a level of resistance, but we've now had a break to the upside here and we've managed to use one of those levels of resistance as support. So that is making me feel a huge amount more confident about what's going on here. If we do see another bounce of this level, then that would show that we are seeing a little bit of weakening bullish momentum here in the markets. But what we've got right now is a confirmation bounce there. As long as we hold that $35,150 level on the 1 hour chart and we don't see an hourly candle close below it, we could be confident that we could be seeing some even bigger price changes within the next 24 hours. And that's really what I'm looking forward to. We have to remember, though, that it is Thursday. Friday could hit. We could see some sideways action over the weekend. We like to see sideways action over the weekend anyway, because that's when the CME gap opens. That's like a magnet for the Bitcoin price. If it's below, it's not very good. If it's above, it's brilliant. So we'll be keeping a close eye on that. make sure to stay tuned. We will be back here live tomorrow talking about that, talking about the CME gap, seeing if Bitcoin managed to hold that level of resistance or now support, and seeing what's next for the price of Bitcoin and what's happened in the crypto currency news. So make sure to stay tuned. That's all we have time for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I will